Mambo from Cuba. 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and kick. And 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Forward and back. And 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and mambo. And 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Mambo facing to you guys. Just one big favor during the recording, please. Try to not make noises in the room and try to not talk during the recording, please. Do not speak during the recording, okay? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mambo from Cuba facing to you. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and kick and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 mambo and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 with a back and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and mambo and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and mambo from Mexico. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, and 5. Okay, then we can jump it a little bit. Just remember the jump is not from this, and the action is right away down. Okay, it's down and down and down and down. With the arms, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And then we have Mambo from New York. Also, some dancers were following La Clave. La Clave in Mambo music, it was 2-3. In son cubano, it was 3-2. But here it was like this. Babaraba tibi borinque, babaraba tibi bonkwa, oh, ran can kurum pum bam bam ba. That's why for many dancers, it was making sense to start stepping forward with the clave 2-3 and then right away conga. Okay? So this is the style of one particular dancer called Anibal Vasquez. He used to have his team called Mambo Aces, and he used to have this position with the hands. That is also inspiration from tap. A lot of inspiration from tap and musicals in Mambo from the 50s, okay? So the basic was like this. Very minimalistic, the design of the body, you see? Not with a lot of movement at that time. It was very defined. The arms and the legs. Mambo, 6, 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, go forward. 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and mambo 6 and 7. 1 and 3 and 5 and 7. 1 and 3 and 5 and 6 and 7. And 1 and 3 and 5 and 6 and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Also, there was another step for you guys for homework. Is tap, tap, tap. Hey, what, ha, ha. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Okay? And then after all this, we have the evolution from Mambo to Boogaloo. So we are the 60s. We are in the 60s. The new generation of people from Puerto Rico, they start making this mix between Afro-American influence or R&B influence in the music, and they were listening a lot of soul, a lot of blues, and they were mixing it with cha-cha-cha and guajira. So there's the story about one guy called Johnny Colon, that he was in front of an organ in the church, and he was in one side of his brain thinking about the guajira. And then in the other side of his brain about the blues. They put them together and they create Boogaloo. Tron, 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 tron. So we have soul basic, or the way to interpret it, soul and blues. This is a man's world. But it would be nothing without a woman in the world. Yeah? And then also we have gospel, like a little bit faster. All this together, they were creating Boogaloo like this. So they were interpreting Boogaloo like this. Tan tan, tan tan, yeah, baby, I like it, I like it. To the right, I want a soul, I want a soul. Okay, so a little bit of these movements that Eddie Torres made famous, with taking so many influence from soul and blues and blah blah blah. It was this stepping basic, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then going to the right, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, and then the diagonal, and 6 and 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, and 1 and 2 and 3. We call this one Mambo Broadway. Hey, 1 and 3. Then we go to cha-cha-cha. Hey, 1 and 2 and 3 and execute. Ra-ka-kan, ra-a-a, ra-ka-kan, ra-a-a, ta-ta-a, and soul step. 6, ma-pa-ru-gu-gun, gu-gun, gu-gun. Basic cha-cha-un, to hips body rolls. Ha, gu-gun, ga-gan, wa-a-an, gu-gun, ga-gan. Cha-cha-cha basic, chu-chu-wa, and boogaloo basic. Chiki-ka, chuku-wa, ba. Yeah? And then after this, we have the evolution from the 60s and the 70s to Mambo from Eddie Torres in the 80s. So we have the influence from Mambo from Cuba and New York. To teach this way to dance contra timing, they were using the 1 to make people understand in the 2 right away. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 2. This is the beginning of the on 2. By the time it evolved, when they count 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and they were stepping exactly the same way, like this. 1, 2, and 3, 2, 5, and 6, and 7, 2, 1, and 2, and 3, and 2, 5, 6, and 7, 2. If we make it very short and we follow the cowbell and the conga, like this. Bing, ba, bing, bing, ba, bing, bing, ba, bing, bing, ba, bing. Yeah? And then we have syllables like this. 1 and 2 and 3, Susie Q, 6, 7. Bam, 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 bam. Bam 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 para bam 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 spiral bam 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 para bam 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 para bam 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 diagonal bam bam para bam 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 para swing step 1 bam bam para bam bam para bam bam number 2 para bam 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 para bam para number 2 with rotation para basic 2 1 2 3 5 6 7 yeah. Go to the class. Every year, and see you guys in the party later.